So we are good to go on my next conversation, my next segment with Chrissy Manwearing. Chrissy has been the most amazing Club Ichi friend. You have done so much for us in our community. Chrissy with Robertson's Marketing she's given gifts to our hosted buyers from IMEX. She has given incredible gifts to our Barefoot Business Retreat participants. And she's the person that we call and tag into every conversation when someone asks the question, what's hot this season? What will my attendees want? What can I gift that will not be thrown away? Chrissy, thanks for being here.
Oh, I'm so excited to be here and to talk to the Ichi insiders and hopefully some new members. So giving you a glimpse of what's on the inside.
Amazing. So I hear you doing a little show and tell. You got some stuff to pull up?
I do. I always have show and tell. And I'm really excited to kind of kick this off. We were just talking about merch people don't throw away. And so this one is a fun one for me because I've been using these kits for a while, especially when you're combining an event and then the lasting, enduring nature of the products that anchor the event experience for your attendees. So we have a lot of different companies that are doing on-site experiences, either a cocktail or a mocktail mixing experience on site, and creating the kit that they can take home with them to make the cocktails or mocktails at home. I recently went to an event where somebody told me that they have been using it almost every night, experimenting with different recipes with their families. So again, having the mixing kits has been wonderful, not just for the alcoholic beverages, but also for those that are non-alcoholic as well. As you can see behind me, creating custom merch for your experience, your brand, is a huge trend. And ugly sweaters, I'll call them comfy, cozy sweaters instead, are a massive trend that is continually growing. And the reason it does is because they're just so lovable. People have so much fun with the products, and they actually increase in value over time because the people who get in on the initial launch are typically turning them into resale items on secondary markets for those who weren't able to participate on the first go round. So trends we're looking for this year, especially looking for items that are sustainable, that are reusable, but not just something that can be reused, but has the opportunity to become somebody's favorite. At this point, everybody has a tumbler, everybody has a coffee mug. So if you're going to gift one at your event, make sure that the item that you're donating or that you're gifting on site is an item that can become somebody's favorite. A great example of this that's trending right now are the Awala drinkware items. This also has the luxury of being part of the color of the year from Pantone. So going in with products that are going to be the end user's favorite, that go-to item they're going to carry with them every single day. Other fun trends that we're seeing, obviously technology is a huge trend. You can combine both technology and sustainability. If you're using an item from Nimble, this is one of my favorite tech pieces this year because it's a combination charging brick and it plugs directly into the wall. So you can have it charging your units in the hotel room, snap it out of the wall, carry it with you. It's fully charged and can continue to charge your device multiple times throughout the day. This is great when you have people that are on site, on the go, and doing a lot of traveling. And if you're not familiar with the Nimble brand, the entire product has full sustainability from beginning to end of the product life cycle. So not only is it made of recycled components itself, but when you're done with this product, they don't want it to end up in a landfill. So they provided a way for you to send it back to them for full recycling at some point in the future, but trust me, you're going to hang on to it for a very long time. Other tech trends, when you're dealing with people that are on the go all the time, some of these smaller foldable 3-in-1 tech chargers are a fantastic option because you can throw it in your backpack or in your suitcase, charge in your room, charge on the go, and it's very, very compact. But I will say, think about how people are going to use these products when they get back home. And for that trend, our absolute favorite right now, where did my sample go? I moved it out of the way, is some of these hypergear options. Now, this is a great one for both home and travel because it does fold flat. So it's easy to put in a suitcase. But when you have it on your desk at home, in your office, or in your nightstand, it does pop up, make it easier to charge your watch off of the side and your device on the tower. And it actually holds it upright. So if you're using your phone as an alarm, it's a great nightstand piece that then has the third charging pad for your headphones or your AirPods. What I love about this piece in particular is that you can adjust where the charging plate is by just sliding it up and down. And so it makes it ideal for both Android and Apple devices and different size of devices. So it's a great user experience. And again, has a great capacity to become the favorite in your end user's home. Continuing on the tech trends, just one more option for the foldable 3-in-1 chargers, just to show you the different styles, the different options that are coming out that allow you to hit multiple different price points. But technology continues to be a huge trend in promotional products, in finding that brand champion, that ambassador that's going to live in somebody's life and keep your brand, your experience top of mind. Something else that we're seeing a lot are the on-site gifts are becoming even more popular, where we want to personalize on site. We want to make it ours. And that also gives the end user that gift of choice. So if you're going to offer maybe a tech case and a jewelry roll, so I want to show off a couple of different jewelry rolls. We have some options here with name brands that you're very familiar with. So Tumi is absolutely on trend with the luxury lines. It's got such a great gifting experience, which people love. And the products themselves are just so beautiful and functional that it's going to become an everyday travel essential for your recipients. So if you're gifting somebody something pre-event that they can use for the event and that they'll continue to keep in their carry forever afterwards, this is a great option. But the items on the brand name list tend to be really expensive. And although luxury is definitely a trend, gifting 1 or 2 very high quality items instead of many lower quality items is definitely a trend we're seeing. But we're able to hit some of these great gifting items across multiple price points. So Tumi on the high end for the examples I'm showing today, this is a great mid-range product. And I love these. These are made out of recycled leather. So the remnant leather after larger products are made. And they're just beautiful and have so many great features that make them highly desirable for the end users and the recipients. And again, we really are looking for that product that's going to become somebody's favorite. One other tech travel case that I'm going to throw out there is pulling out different ones that can be multi-purpose. And so you're going to see a lot of users that'll grab these tech and travel cases to organize their cords. But I also see quite a few people also using these as dot kits and using them for cosmetics or toiletries. So they're really multifunctional and can be whatever the recipient needs them to be. On the very low end of the spectrum, there is an event marketing essential that I think people underutilize a little bit. And I'm talking about the mighty mint, because after every meal that your attendees participate in, it is something that many of us appreciate. And so if you're going to do some mints, make them epic, make them such a delicious addition to your event that people will eat every single one. One of my favorite things with this particular mint is that we can do custom shapes. And so instead of just buying an off-the-rack tin of round mints, making them completely custom for your brand, for your event, for your experience, and giving them something that is fully immersive, that they can taste, that they're experiencing with that sense of smell as well. And it just makes it a really fun tie into any event experience. It's a really low lift that gives you an opportunity to add creativity and connection with those pieces. There are some old standbys that still remain very popular right now. We're still selling a ton of Stanleys and that style of mug and drinkware. So think for a minute about how many different pieces of drinkware you touch throughout your day and how many of those, give you an opportunity to connect with your end user when they're back home again, because that's where the product brings the most value to your whole event, by giving them an object that they actually will enjoy having the use of for years to come. So when we think about those items that have that value, think of those everyday carries, your backpacks, your totes, what is on their desk, their coasters. These are these great product categories to think of when you really climb inside your recipient's head and then find something that they will keep, use, and appreciate. A couple of words on bags. I see many people that are going with event totes and looking for the least expensive. What I would recommend doing is maybe investing in the whole customer journey through the event and maybe opting for something more durable and lasting. And then coordinating with your vendors to create an experience journey. So an example of this would be these fun Osprey totes, where they're doing, customizing either with patches or with pins and creating an opportunity for everybody, all the different suppliers and vendors that are participating in your event as sponsors, to get in on that action and create an epic piece of merchandise that your end users are going to be excited to carry and use in their ideal environments after they get home. A couple of other trends to jump on. The Mighty Pen. Can we talk about making sure that if you're going to gift a pen, that it's a pen that people are going to write until it's out of ink? A couple of those pens that are trending right now remain the Sharpie pen, as well as the friction erasable click pens. Both of them come in multiple colors of ink as well as barrel. And so providing a writing instrument that's not just functional, but feels good in your hand, the ink flows smooth. They are an event staple because they're an everyday carry item. People are going to use them in that moment, but make sure that the item that you're giving does have the potential to become somebody's favorite pen, so it doesn't end up as landfill fodder. One other thing I'm going to recommend that you consider when you're planning your event strategy is how can you reach people throughout the full event life cycle? And something that we've had a lot of fun with in the past year and that we're seeing people queue up coming into 2026 are the pre-event mailers, where instead of just staying digital with all of the emails we're getting flooded with, all of the text messages we're getting flooded with, actually sending a physical invitation. And so doing some of these custom pop-up cards have been phenomenally popular, and making it all about the event and giving that teaser in advance to lead out and get people to come. That's also a great opportunity to send them with a travel essential. You can do flat ones that are very inexpensive. One of my favorites are these 3 zipper bags where you can organize everything for your event. These also make great room drops upon arrival, where you can put in these packets some of the things that people are going to need throughout their event. We love specifically to put in the high C packets or some little, Advil packets, things that will help people stay comfortable throughout their event. So I'd recommend, considering that and what the user experience will be like, helping people to feel that they're cared for, that you're thinking of them, that you want them to be comfortable during their stay and as they're participating with you. Last thing I'm going to touch on are custom brand artifacts and toys. The custom build Lego kits are incredibly popular because when people, especially executives, are coming to your events, they're taking time away from their families. And so giving them an artifact that they can take home that now turns into a secondary experience with their own family is incredibly popular right now. So I highly recommend looking at different toys, games, accessories that you can engage with in that way. Now, I did leave some time for questions. I don't know if you have any, Liz. But I'm happy to keep going and showing off other products, or jump in and converse with, oh my goodness, you have a whole crowd of people there now.
So in this time, while you were telling us all about the most amazing gifts that we should be giving, we have been changing the set here. So we are actually live in studio with an in-studio audience. We've got Megan Martin, who is leading our live podcast recording of the Event About It podcast, sharing some stories of being in the industry. And I'm sure you have some stories to share too. So thank you so much, Chrissy, for bringing these incredible products to us for 2026. Now we know who to reach out to and what to get for all of our guests. So we know that we can find you inside the Club Ichi Slack channel. Where else can we find you?
Absolutely. Online or at our website at robertsonmarketing.com.
Spectacular. Thanks so much, Chrissy.